Hello, my name's Julie Williams, Registered Migration Agent with Migration Downunder, and now I'm going to answer some specific questions in regards to a lot of the most frequently asked questions that we seem to be getting at the moment, to be able to assist you and perhaps allow you not to have to make that phone call, and we'll be able to assist you with the answers here. There's a lot of questions in regards to offshore processing of temporary visa applications that have been done from people that are offshore. Are they being processed? Well, no, they're not, unless you're in a skilled occupation or you've got a travel exemption. So, for example, all the temporary 407 visas, the temporary 482 visas, working holiday visas. Well, working holiday visas are completely closed for anyone offshore because you're a temporary resident and you can't enter Australia at the moment while the borders are closed. And unless you are sponsored in an occupation that's on the newly listed priority migration occupation list, then you're not going to be getting a travel exemption to travel. Subclass 600 visas are not being processed, just for family reunions or people wanting to catch up with their girlfriend or their boyfriend, simply not being done. A subclass 600 visa would have to be applied in conjunction with a travel exemption if you meet the criteria for having a compassionate or compelling circumstance. But otherwise, student visas are also not currently being, offshore student visas are not being processed either, just simply because you can't enter. So there's no point applying for those in the hope that you can come into Australia whilst the pandemic is, currently playing out and the borders are closed. Now, apart from the temporary visas, we're getting asked about the more permanent visa application, the subclass 186 direct entry. That is obviously being looked at and reviewed. Whether it's actively being processed, it's yet to know, because the processing guidelines do say 6 to 8 months, and unless you've lodged it in March or prior to that, it's only been 6 months really since our borders have been closed. If you're in an occupation that is deemed to be on the priority list that's going to help with the recovery of Australia's COVID pandemic, then absolutely they are being sort of triaged and looked at. So you've received a job offer. You're offshore and you've received a job offer from an employer here in Australia. Look, once again, you're not going to get that visa, and you can apply, but it will simply just sit there unless you're in an occupation that's on the priority migration occupation list that's going to assist with the recovery of Australia's economic relief and health relief due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But thank you for tuning in just for the latest developments on how COVID-19 pandemic is affecting visa processing here in Australia. So do look through our websites thoroughly. Do listen to our other information sessions on YouTube. If you're not a subscriber, I welcome you to subscribe so that you can keep up to date. And by that way, don't just jump on the phone with a question that we've already answered here, because really we're not going to be able to give you any other magic answer that you would like to have other than the one we've already provided through these information sessions. So thanks for tuning in, stay safe, and we'll continue to keep you updated.